multi-purpose desk. Lou, have I ever told you what happened when I moved here from California, what we had to do with my desk?
You have not, but I would love to hear it.
You can put together a desk, maybe. Like if you're the world's luckiest person and you have all the time in the world.
You could.
Some lorazepam, maybe you can put together a desk, right?
Yeah.
You can't take it apart. And we could not take my husband's office desk out of his office, and they had to kick it and break it down, turning it into rubble just so they could get the trash out of the home. It was money in the trash.
Yeah.
How wonderful to have a sturdy desk that not only is going to be no assembly, but when it's time to move it or take it to another room, you're not paying someone to break it into trash.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Well, and the other thing too is think about this. How many people do you know that have a spare desk? Like, if you need it occasionally, do you have one that you can just, and I'm not talking about like a TV tray, you know, or something like that. No, a card table. I mean a real legit
My mom needs this. She sneaks into my dad's office when he goes to bed to use his desk, because everyone wants the desk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, and the nice thing about this is that if it's something you only use temporarily, maybe you're doing puzzles on it, maybe it's for the kids to do their homework, maybe you're a grandparent, aunt or uncle, and you watch the kids after school and they need somewhere to do their homework, you've got this. So this desk from Origami is absolutely ingenious in my opinion. The frame on this is powder coated steel. Okay, so it's not particle board, it's not plastic. This is legit solid steel, and you can hear, like literally hear the quality in that. Nice big area underneath that, and I'll show you how well I can fit in there. Okay, then the top of this is furniture grade wood covered in a plastic coating, so that if you are doing say crafts on this, like my wife Kelly has one of these and she uses it for her crafting. Okay, if you spill something on here, you just wipe it up with a damp cloth. It's super simple to maintain. The desk itself is 4 feet across this way by 3 feet that way. So it's not like it's a small top, but let me show you how easy this is to break it down, to store it, and then how to set it up. So if you look underneath this here, we've done this presentation once or twice because he knew exactly where to go with that camera. So I'm gonna show you right here how you just undo these little knobs that are under here that are attaching it to the frame. And once you get those out of the way, Natasha, watch this. Ta-da!
Amazing.
So the top comes off. I'm going to hand that to you for 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Now, watch this. On the frame, there's one origami toggle on the back, and I'll show you the back of this in a second. But all you do is undo that.
No!
And just pull this up. Now, let's put these two things right next to each other.
I want you to do that again. That was so cool.
So this is what you're storing. That's everything right there. So what do you think this is? Like maybe 4 inches, okay? That you've got to find a space for under a bed, behind the couch.
What I would have paid to have that have been the process, other than literally kicking, like we were Chuck Norrising.
No, just breaking it into pieces.
You cannot take those things apart. If you're buying them online and you're like, oh, well, here's the price for this, you'll be lucky if you can find something for under $120 anyway.
Yeah, with free shipping.
But once it's But once it's together, you're never taking it apart. And you cannot get that out of a room. You're going to be scratching up your frames. It's done. You better put it exactly where it's going to live forever. That took you 6 seconds.
Well, watch this now. So this is how it's going to come to your home. This is how it's going to ship to you. It's flat packed in a box like this.
Just these 2 pieces?
Yep. Hold on to the top. I'm going to show you how this works now. Okay, so I'm going to take the bottom, and all I'm going to do is just pull it open like that, and it drops open. Now I'm going to spin it around so you can see the back. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot with the next couple of items, but this is the origami toggle right here. This piece fits in here like this, and all you do is push down. I just locked this thing. Now watch this. You want to see something crazy? Watch this. It's stable. Like the whole desk is ready to go now. Now, I'm gonna take the top from you. And watch this, let's see, all right. I'm gonna take this now. Before I put this in place, I want you to notice something. If you look up here in this corner, okay, there is a little knob on here, okay? And all you do, when you put this in the frame, you wanna have it in this position so it's pointing toward the center of the desk. When you drop it in, you just rotate this out. And imagine my hand is the frame. It grabs onto the frame. Just like that. So there's no screwdrivers necessary. You're not screwing anything in. All you're doing is and you line it up with the frame, so you just kind of see where the crossbars are. You drop it in like this, and then you just go around, and all I'm going to do is just turn those pieces I just showed you toward the outside. They're grabbing. I can feel them grabbing onto the frame. Okay, you ready for this? Pick the whole desk up. Now, I did that very slowly so I could talk to everybody about this in just those couple seconds. So now, here's the big thing. What are you going to do with it? Is it going to be for crafts? Is it going to be for writing out the bills, for the kids to do homework? You know, A puzzle. I love the puzzle thing because so many people always tell me like, oh, I was doing a puzzle, but then I had to clear it off the table because we needed it to eat.
The clearing of the table is a process that needs to be eliminated from our everyday life, because if you're saying this is where I'm doing my life and then this is also where I'm trying to have my meals, and you're constantly removing things off the dining room table, that's my life, that's my parents' life. Here is the place to do those activities, the crafts, the work. Honestly, what I love about it is it's big enough to have a full monitor.
It's a real desk.
You can put a full you know, computer
if you have a tower computer, that's a perfect, or like I have a shredder on ours because it's just a perfect place for a shredder to be. I mean, it's just one of those things where they really thought of everything with this steel frame. The other thing too is you've got plenty of room, and here's the best part. You don't look like you went to like parent-teacher night and are sitting at the kid's desk. You know what I'm talking about?
No, no, no. This is a full adult-sized desk.
Full-size desk.
Plus the shelves under here.
I love it.
What if you don't realize is it's when you have a bunk bed desk.
Yeah.
It really doubles up your amount of space because this is Manhattan real estate.
Yeah.
Anyone who has a desk or a table, you know it's Manhattan. Every single inch matters. But imagine almost doubling that, because now those things that you used to try to fit up top, whether it's the actual computer tower, this is perforated. Everyone always says if you're keeping your computer on a desk or on the ground, it's going to die faster. It's overworking. It needs to have airflow.
Exactly.
This is perforated. It's perfect.
Well, and the other thing too is when it's on the ground, usually it gets dust easier in it. Like if the fans will pull in the dust. Where it's separated from the ground, it actually makes it easier for it to work. To your point, it's perfect. But because it's 3x4, you can put like a 17-inch laptop on there or a keyboard and a full-size monitor and still have room to work on the sides. Like I mentioned, my wife Kelly, she's a crafter. She spreads out. Now, I'm talking about all kinds of office applications, right? What if you wanted to use this like you're having a party and you wanted it to be a coffee station, you wanted it to be a bar, you wanted this to be, you know, some place to keep extra food, like a buffet or something. You could just throw a tablecloth over this and nobody would even know that it's a quote-unquote desk.
You could also use it as a changing table for new parents and then have all the diapers underneath it, because we buy those and then we never use them for anything else later.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
Well,
and I think it's a great idea.
The amount of times I've tried to repurpose my changing table because I'm like, I'm not using it for that anymore, but I don't want to get rid of a piece of furniture. I should have bought this instead.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And here's the big thing too. There are people out there that wait all year for Origami to be on free shipping.
That's true.
Because let's face it, they're not tiny pieces. You know, they're heavy, they're big, they're bulky, they take up space. But so if you could get them on free shipping, that's the day you got to jump on it.
And everything else is today, you're going to see a lot of 3 flexible payments, like I mentioned earlier. This item is one of the ones that's on 4. So that means what was supposed to be a 100, by the way, it was 140 until about 10 minutes ago, we had brought it down to 125. Now down to $119.99. Your flex pay will be $30. You won't pay for shipping and handling, and you won't wait until the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th flex pay to get it shipped. Imagine having this shipped to you right away for free. By the time you can even say the words, honey, can you help me, it will be put together.
Already set up. And then when you're not using it, it's easy to put this away. And that's the other thing too, for a lot of people, having a temporary desk is just a non-option because where are they gonna put it? With this, because it breaks down so small and 2 separate pieces, one could go under the bed, one could go behind the couch, one of them could go, the whole thing will fit in a closet real easy. My favorite thing is that I don't look ridiculous sitting at this. You know what I mean? Because I've sat at other like little desks before and I've been like, huh, you know, I do look like I'm at parent-teacher night, you know, at the kids' school sitting at one of the desks, you know, and that's a weird feeling. This one is big. I mean, like even my arm span on this.
I just read something, I don't know.
What'd you read? Tell me.
300-pound weight capacity? That can't be right.
300-pound weight capacity.
On the top shelf and 150 on the bottom?
Yeah. Well, for one thing, it's powder-coated steel.
But that's like way more than the average desk.
Yes.
So you're not putting it together, and it's holding like twice as much weight as the average desk.
As you would expect. Look at that. And look at the way, I mean, like, even if you just left it set up like this, the chair fits perfectly. And I'm going to be honest with you. How much did you pay for the desk that you used to have? The one that was in your husband's office that you broke up?
$250, because I remember thinking I was throwing $250 in the trash when we had to break it.
See how you remember that?
Yes, oh, I remember that.
It's crazy. But this, for a fraction of the price, you're getting something, to your point, holds a lot of weight, looks good, and you can take it with you wherever you go.
It's a great vanity, too.
Oh my gosh, another use.
It's a great vanity.
Oh, you were just on fire.
Girl, I love organization. Okay, Lou, it's still going and we are going strong. We have a really great deal coming up. But also, if you haven't checked out